A few weeks ago I made a film in German about our project at the Bunde Windmill. Now I decided that I make an English version about our project. I hope that an Englishman can understand me, and I hope that I made not so many mistakes here. The English language is not my native one. This is the windmill at Bunde, a small town near Leer in so-called Ostfriesland, a landscape of the county Lower Saxony in Germany. The mill was built in 1911 and it's equipped with sails of the shutter type and a fantail on the other side. The fantail is an ingenious invention that allows the cap automatically to turn into wind all over the year. The mill is equipped with 2 pairs of stones for grinding and 1 pair of stones for scouring barley. The mill was used until the 1980s by a cereal trade company, and it's now a museum and art gallery. With a height of some 30 meters, or roughly 100 feet, it's one of the taller windmills in Germany, or let's say Europe. The story of the milling technology of its own doesn't end by the wind and water mills. So modernization took place also in this mill. In the 1920s, an electrically driven modern mill system was installed here, but was scrapped some years afterwards. In 2011, there was a chance to reinstall such system, and I want to tell here how the Mills Group came along this and what we done until now. In 2011, a woman put old mill technique for sale in a web forum specialized for old mills. I drove there and also did Arno and his father from the Mills Group. They decided to remove the mill technique and rebuild it in the Bunder Windmill. Here you see the old mill at its original site, in a small village called Brachstedt. Brachstedt, it's near Halle, the capital of the county of Saxony-Anhalt. The town of Brachstedt, it's roughly 450 kilometers or nearly 280 miles from the windmill at Bunde away. You can say the windmill at Bunde, it's near Amsterdam, and Brachstedt, where the motor mill sits, it's near Berlin. A gap which caused problems for our logistics when we transferred the engines of the building, 3 stories high and some weighing up to metric tons or 4,000 pounds. We are idealists which love old technique, and the people at Brachstedt wanted to convert the mill into a mansion. So we were keen to rescue the mill technique for museum purpose and our great vision to let it milling flour again one day. We came together at some weekends and dismantled the old technique there and transported it to the windmill in Bunde. I had no time to film much on the site because I was engaged to dismantle the old mill. But one occasion I filmed. When we got the big electric motor out and put it on the car trailer. What you see now in some seconds used to happen in roughly 1 hour. As you see here on this drawing, the mill is an industrial plant which was built in the 1950s. Here you see the machines for grinding, the roller mills at the first floor, and the machine for sifting the grinding out of the wheat. The flour is taken away by transportation system, and the rest is milled again and again to get more flour. This is a relatively modern method of milling compared to the traditional way of milling with stones. In some years a visitor of Bunde Windmill can see both systems, old and modern, running. This modern mill is most complex for installation and powered by electricity. We are just some private persons with no big funding and doing this in spare time. So we will roughly need a decade or so. Here you can see that we installed already the rollers of the mill. Machines which weigh tons and which were accurate to place because of the power transmission and the tubes for product transportation. The measuring for the holes in the floor and the placement by chain hoist is another story. At another floor we installed already the sifting system of the mill, the so-called plan sifter. This machine was built in 1947 and cost nearly 4,000 Deutschmark of German Democratic Republic. A lot of money at this time. An average worker got only 250 Deutschmark. The machine lacks of sieves at the moment and the electric motor isn't connected. The main machines are already in place. Now we will build the tubes and little containments for products. Power transmissions will be installed next to turn the roller mills. They will be running empty at the first time, but they will run, and that's one of the first goals of our project. We will meet many times more in the mill and work there for the installing. For this film I shortened a lot. There's many more into the technique and construction of this, which somebody can't show in some minutes. So if you want to come by and have a look, here's the address. We had already many visitors from the nearby Netherlands and from Poland as far I know. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.